Good morning, friends. This is MAANVITH Reddy, and today we are going to learn about a question from rigid body equilibrium in 2D. Let's get started. But first, basically, we'll get to know what is rigid body equilibrium. It is which a body is either in rest or in moving with constant velocity, meaning there is no force or torque acting on it, and this ensures the body remains stable and does not accelerate linearly or rotate. So let's get into the problem. So guys, this is the problem, and it states determine the reactions at A and B when height is 0 and height is 200. So this is A and this is B. So here we can see that A is a hinge and B is a roller. So we know that a hinge which will have two reactions or components, whereas B will have only one component. And now let's get into a free body diagram for this question. As I told, this is the free body diagram. So we'll denote the x direction as ax and y direction as ay, and then B direction. But as B has only one and it is inclined, so we'll resolve this. So this x direction will be in B sine theta sine 60, and y direction in is called B cos 60. So these are the components required. Next we'll go. So what are the equations required for to get the solution and reactions? We need a summation of f of x, summation of f of y, and movement through point A. Why did I take point A? Because we know that there was an at point A there are two reactions, so we can get even the angles for it. So it will be very easy for us, and by taking B, we will not get those. Okay, that is the reason we took a moment about point A. Okay, now let's get in solving the equations. So, while solving f of x, we have to take the components which are there in x axis. So, at x axis, as we can see, we have a of x and b sine 60. And which is going to our right side will always be positive, and left side it will be negative. And the b sine 60 is going towards left side, so f of x is equal to ax minus b sine 60. And while solving the f of y, we'll take the components which are there in y axis, and the direction when it is going up it is a of y, and while it is going down it is negative, and when it is going up it is positive. So we can see f of y is equal to a of y plus b cos 60 minus 150. 150 is the weight new mass acting on the block. And now next we need to find the moment through a. What is moment? The perpendicular distance into displacement. Okay, so the b now we'll not consider this ax and ay because we are taking to this point. And for what are the other directions? One is b cos 60, then b sine 60, and 150 newton. So first, as it 150 is going downwards, I told you it is negative. So the what is the distance between it? 0.25 meters. So so we'll take minus 150 into 0.25. Then b cos 60 needs 0.25 plus 0.25, and so it will be 0.5 meters. And b sine 60, which will be negative, and it is it needs height h because the perpendicular distance. So height into height h. So b sine 60 into height h. These are the equations we required. And by solving this moment, we'll get b is equal to 37.5 by 0.25 minus 0.866 into h. What is 0.866? It is the sine 60 is equal to 0.866 and cos 60 is 0.5. Now, we'll take the first subdivision. When we solve subdivision A where h is equal to 0, we have to substitute this in B equation. Then we'll get B as 150 Newton and take this B and put it in the summation of f of x and f of y, where we'll be getting ax and ay for when h is equal to 0. So ax is equal to 129.9 Newton and ay is equal to 75 Newton. So if we plot this in this diagram, we'll get alpha, which is the angle between ax and ay when h is equal to 0. So this can be solved by using Pythagoras or tan inverse by ax by ay, that is the formula. Then we'll get alpha is equal to 30 degrees. Now let's move on to next subdivision when h is equal to 200. Substitute that in the v equation, like b is equal to 37.5 divided by 0.25 minus 0.866 into 0.2 meters, as I converted this into meters. So we'll get b is equal to 37.5 by 0.88. Then b is equal to 492.12 newton. By taking this and putting this in the ax and ay equation, we'll get ax is equal to 426.18 newton, ay is equal to negative of 96.06 newton. Negative means the direction will be downwards direction, as we can see in this diagram. Then we'll get alpha, as this is downward direction. Then alpha is equal to tan inverse of ay by ax. Alpha is equal to 12.7 degrees, as